couple YouTube videos of what happened on Raw.
Yeah.
They
I'll,
brought back Elias,
you mean Ezekiel?
Ezekiel,
Elias?
his little.
Elias's little brother?
I thought, oh man, y'all are just coming out of a really good WrestleMania, and y'all brought this Raw.
I mean, what I hope for them to do with Ezekiel is like just have Elias go around Raw or the roster saying, "Hey, my name is Ezekiel," and everyone's like, "No, you're Elias." What are you talking about? That would be great. I feel like that'll be like a good. Uh, I mean, sure, he was like I didn't really see him wrestle much except for his feud with Jackson Ryder,
Hmm
and I mean,
I'm gonna
I'm sure he's gonna be good with being
I'm
like.
gonna miss his catchphrases though.
Oh yeah, walking with the lights. I like that. That was a cool. Instead of World Wrestling Entertainment, it's that. Hold on. All right. I just
So
realized I
when do,
don't have.
when do you officially press the record button?
I usually press the record button. During actually it's been recording. What I tend to do is I like to have the more casual talk rather than
Hmm
as an intro, and
Yeah,
then we go to the actual main topic for the night for the episode.
Mhm. Got you. So it's
So
been a while, man. I haven't seen or heard from you in a long time.
yeah, I know. Like it's been like almost a decade. It seems like, and last time we saw each other was in YFL, right? I think
Literally.
yeah. And
And
ever
I
since
remember
then,
because we would be going to different people's houses,
yeah.
see you and your sister there,
Mhm.
and I'd see all these titos or titas that I've never heard of.
Mhm.
But now I hear about them because literally I go to the church and I see them there, and one of them we're asking to become. We're thinking about having them become one of our wedding sponsors for.
There we
Uh,
go. Oh yeah, by the way, congrats on your
Thank you,
engagement. I saw that on Facebook.
thank you,
Very very
thank you,
lovely. It's
thank
everyone's
you.
everyone's ready for weddings. I'm like over here struggling to get a girl. But anyway.
Well, I'll help you out.
Oh yeah, I see that Assassin's Creed sticker you got in the back. Neat.
Yeah, so actually I am a influencer
Oh yeah,
for
there we
a
go. There we go. Let's see
oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a influencer for for a mobile game called Free Fire. And
Cool.
I
Is
have
it?
like all the stuff here. They give me merchandise like crazy. I got this thing right here, cool. And basically all I do is I promote this game like crazy, and I'm trying to bring it to a wider audience in America.
Okay.
Because right now the game is actually really well known around the world.
Yeah.
In Singapore, India,
Okay.
all of
Oh,
all of South America, especially the Latin countries that are like in the Caribbean, Mexico, and all them. It's very well known there, but for some strange reason,
it
it
didn't really
doesn't
catch
have
on.
a presence. Yeah, it didn't catch on here in the West, and I'm guessing it's because we have PUBG Mobile. Uh,
So it is like a battle royale.
yeah, it's just like PUBG Mobile, but I honestly feel like it's better than PUBG Mobile. Um,
I mean
so
PUBG Mobile. I mean PUBG as a whole has been kind of been outdated,
yeah,
overtaken
yeah,
by Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex
yeah.
altogether.
Oh yeah, but when it comes to like mobile games, more people still play PUBG.
Oh
What's
yeah.
crazy is like worldwide, um, like here in the West we think Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
But worldwide, it's two games. It's PUBG, Free Fire.
Okay.
Yeah. So as an influencer, my goal is to establish a brand around Free Fire, while at the same time bringing recognition of Free Fire to the Western audience.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And that's what most people see me do on these YouTube lives or Facebook gamings that I do.
I was about to ask, like, where, I don't see you. I remember seeing you
Mhm.
streaming on Facebook Live, like almost like
Yeah.
every other day, I think.
Yeah. So
And then,
recently,
okay,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to ask, like, well, I mean, like, have you moved on from Facebook Live and ventured off to Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer, if that's still a thing?
I'm still dedicated to Facebook Live. A lot of it has to deal with timing. Like
Okay.
I'm really busy nowadays,
Yeah.
especially with the coming up. Another one is I am transitioning to more short form content,
Okay.
and I want streaming to be more supplementary to like my main content. Like I can do 2 3 minute YouTube videos of all about Free Fire. What's the latest news in Free Fire? What are the latest updates?
Okay.
Uh,
So like a Facebook short, Instagram reel sort of thing.
yeah, because what I've seen is like users or viewers, they view those more than the actual streams.
Yeah.
Streams is a good way for me to become up and close and personal with the viewers,
Yeah.
which I still enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But the short form content is what definitely brings in the viewers to your channel. Right now, I do have a TikTok. That's like my main focus right now is a TikTok.
Okay.
But I want to use a TikTok as a warm up to eventually start making 2 3 minute YouTube videos. But again, a lot of it comes down to do I have enough time to do this? Because you know you're working a full time job while at the same time working on my wedding, and then
Mm-hmm.
I also want to focus on my social media career as well. So it's kind of a juggling on how
Yeah.
to
I
work.
I feel that because I mean, for me, I took a break from this. Also, by the way, welcome back to the stream, guys.
Yeah,
But pretty much, I took a break because one, I was kind of feeling like burnt out, and I
hmm
feel like I was falling behind with the content. I mean, so far I've only had the streams, but keep an eye
yeah,
out for. I have some Harry Potter stuff coming in. I just need an editor actually, and then
yeah,
it'll be out and about. Anyway, but yeah, I took a break because I was trying to like recollect myself, but at the same time more like let me be lazy for a bit, not worry about having to come up with a new episode every week,
yeah,
like a new topic because there was a point where the second season where I was like, "Hey, what do you want to talk about?" My buddy was like, "I don't know. You just invited me here." And I was like, "Fair. Let's just talk about whatever comes into our heads." Like, okay. And that was pretty much what was it?
I remember
Oh,
you
my
used to
fucking
do
stupid.
movie reviews. Do you still do that?
No, because it's I actually do want to bring that back because
hmm
I've actually had like a good plan. I just need to sit down and record it, uh, and then what I have another idea of mine is just me and my buddies will just watch like movie franchises. Like I
Yeah.
said, we finished. I won't say finish Harry Potter because we still have Fantastic Beasts to go through,
Mhm.
but we have like the next franchise we're gonna go through is Indiana Jones because it was one of his
Yeah.
favorites growing up, and I'm just like, I'm okay with the first one, but I'm not. I still don't like. I don't know what the appeal is at the same time. Whereas for him, it's more like, oh, I love Indiana Jones. I'm gonna quote every single thing. I was like, it's okay. I quoted every single Harry Potter movies that we
Yeah.
watched, so I don't mind that. But yes, so
Can you quote for us right now your favorite line in Harry Potter, and not the cliche ones where it's like "It's love you, so I love you, so."
did you put your name in the goblet, boy?
There you go. I
He
like that
said
one.
calmly. He said calmly.
Hurry! Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
One of my favorite lines because of how butchered it was. Well, different from the actual line from the
Yeah.
book because he said calmly.
I think that was just Michael Gambon just trying to portray Dumbledore in a totally different light.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I like it. I like I said, I'm only make fun of it because of how different it is, but at the same time, it makes sense. I mean, Dumbledore can get upset
Yeah.
for what is currently
Mhm.
happening. But
So
anyway,
you
oh
haven't
yeah,
started Fantastic Beasts yet, right?
I've seen the first one. My buddy hasn't. I already told him straight up. I heard the second Fantastic Beast movie wasn't too good, and then
Yeah.
the third one's coming out. So I was like, oh, this is perfect timing. We
hmm
can dish it out and you know show the world the content. I'm excited for the Harry Potter because for some of them we had a drinking game
Yeah.
and it was just bad. to the point where I was drunk within the first 10 minutes, and I was just happy that the movie finished by the end of it. But anyway, let's start this show.
Let's do it. Before we begin, Scott Hall,
Hey yo.
Hey, yo. this is for you, Chico.
TunePocket.com.
Welcome everyone to Geeks Reborn podcast season 3. Actually, it's season 2 by that title, but we have the first Geeks Reviews podcast. Now we're on season 3, and this time it's no longer reborn. It's gonna be either rambling or reloaded. I don't know yet because my buddy suggested reloading, and we're just gonna copy Matrix now. And I'm your host, King of Deers. Welcome back, guys. And today we are joined by Brian, aka Mr. Del Sol, who has his own, live stream. He's an influencer. He plays Free Fire, right?
Yeah, Free Fire.
Free Fire. It's pretty cool. It's like PUBG, but a lot better. I actually thought it was PUBG at first when I first started streaming, and then
I mean, that's the first impression I got of it. So.
yeah, and then the more you play, I was like, that's cool. It's a mobile game. It's a quick ad here. I'll let you take it away since you play the game the most.
So yeah, Free Fire, fast-paced action. It's more than just a battle royale. We also have something called Clash Squad, which is a mixture of team deathmatch, but in a more intense way. Free Fire is very customizable. You get to customize your character, and any character that you pick has a different skill set, which makes Free Fire a much more playable game than PUBG. Sorry, I called you guys out at PUBG, but that's my job as an influencer for Free Fire. So yeah, guys, Free Fire is available on the Android and Apple Store for you to download. So what are you waiting for? Do you want to go ahead and have a really fun time with people all around the world? Download Free Fire now.
There we go. Also, this is not sponsored by Free Fire. Oh yeah, I saw you went to the Free Fire event. You
Yes.
met Pat.
Yeah.
Mr. Game Theory.
Yep, I
That
was.
pretty cool.
Oh, the funny thing about this, right? Before I even went there, I just thought, hey, it's just a bunch of guys like me that got chosen to do this program. And like I saw all these people here at Vegas, and there was Matt, and then another one was Sniper Wolf, right?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, Sniper Wolf is a very famous YouTuber and stuff like that. And the funny story about this is I had no idea who the freak these people were. So like I see like all my fellow influencers, they're like crowding around these two people. I'm like, who the heck is this? Okay, Sniper Wolf. Okay, she's obviously a pretty face that all the guys are gathering around, but what's so crazy about her? And then someone passes me by and they're like, Brian, Sniper Wolf has like 10 million followers on YouTube. I'm like, 10 million followers? Y'all are busy flirting with her? I'm going to ask her how to get 10 million followers. That's what
There we go. Thinking like a true influencer. Asking
Yeah.
how to get that 10 mil. But anyway,
Go ahead.
for tonight, we're going to go over WrestleMania 38. In my opinion, like I went there personally, money well spent. I actually spent more money. I bought merch.
Was this your first WrestleMania?
It is actually. Here's the funny thing. It is my first WrestleMania, and it's also my very first live WWE event.
Ooh, welcome to the club, dude.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I was really excited. That's all I could think of. The more the date got closer, like, and while I was driving there, I was like, gonna see my buddies in Dallas, and then I have WrestleMania for 2 nights. Hell yeah, let's go. I was supposed to go with 2 of my buddies, but they didn't manage to get the tickets right away. I bought mine like ahead of time, and by the time they saw the tickets, the seats that I had were already taken, and everything else is like $600.
You know what was funny was I actually saw pictures of where you were posting from.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap. He is sitting in the same area that I was sitting at for WrestleMania 32 when I attended.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, dang, man. We got to talk about this.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, one thing's for sure. I would admit to this. And I will blame the silver screen here because of
Yeah,
how much they made it look big, but the ring, it was actually smaller than I thought.
yeah. It's
I,
like ants.
yeah, I was expecting like a little bit bigger in terms of like,
Hmm.
of course I'm far away, but still like
Yeah.
from that distance I was like expecting a little bit bigger, but otherwise, it was great. It
I mean, the cool thing is you're emanating from AT&T Stadium.
Yeah,
And pretty much from anywhere, you're gonna have that giant screen that they have there, and
yeah,
it just makes AT&T Stadium like stand out from the rest of the
yeah,
event.
yeah. One thing is for sure, I am so happy that they did not have the pillars like in WrestleMania 34, SummerSlam, Crown Jewel,
Just
Elimination
realize
Chamber.
that they didn't have that.
Yeah. So that a few weeks before that, I had texted my buddy who went with me. I was like, "Yo, imagine if they have the pillars."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I hope they don't." I was like, "Yeah, I know. I hope they don't because we won't really." I mean, I didn't really watch the match, like physically. Kind of just watched it on
Yeah.
the giant screen. Um,
Geek question, because
yes, sir.
I'm like a stage junkie or whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
Most WWE events that I've attended, especially the big stadium ones, they've always had a lighting issue where it blinds your eyes and you can't really see anything. Did they have that at WrestleMania 38?
I want to say the ring underneath the big screens.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they pan out, it is kind of blinding. But
Yeah.
like I said, I wasn't really looking down, where I was just like constantly looking up the big screen, or either that or I'll look at the huge ass WrestleMania sign at the
Yeah.
ramp. But
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say yes, they did have it, but at the same time, I might be wrong and just not. I'm probably just not paying attention about it.
Gotcha. No biggie, no biggie.
But yes, WrestleMania Night One. Let's hear it from you. So first match was not Drew versus Happy. It was the Usos and Shinsuke and Rick Boogs for the SmackDown Tag Team Champs. Sad
So
that Boogs got injured.
yeah, so he was trying to pull like a John Cena. I don't know if y'all saw it
Yeah.
at 25 or whatever.
Was it
John
25?
Cena picked up
Yeah.
Big Show and Edge on
Edge.
his shoulders. So he was trying to do it with the Usos. The problem is his knee gave out, and at first they were trying to call an audible, but then you realize it's like, oh, this isn't staged.
Oh yeah, I knew from
Yeah,
the get go that something happened because I
yeah.
noticed that Nakamura wasn't, fighting back much.
Yeah, and unfortunately that match was cut short. But it was still a pretty good match, especially the
Hmm.
Usos, because Usos always bring a high energy action, and then
That's
you got
true.
Shinsuke
That's true.
and you got Rick Boogs, who's like really entertaining. And of course, like while they were walking out, you got Pat McAfee on the table just jamming out to Rick Boogs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I love his energy as well, which we'll talk about later. But
yes,
yeah,
yes,
I feel like this would have been a good, like I said, a really good match because you
yeah,
have the Usos and Shinsuke, top performers. Honestly, I've never been a Shinsuke fan because I guess I
mhm,
was kind of too late for his peak. I didn't really get to
mhm.
appreciate his in ring work as
So
much
you
as I
can
did.
actually like if you sign up for NJPW World or like if you go
Oh,
to
that's
Daily Motion, you can actually find old school Shinsuke matches
okay.
with people like AJ Styles. This is not his WrestleMania 34 match, but his
The low blow.
yeah, his NJPW matches, especially the one at Wrestle Kingdom. That one was a really good one.
Okay.
Shinsuke also had really good matches with what was that guy's name? Naito. Naito.
Okay. So most of his peak skill, like peak in ring work, will be you would say is in
Yeah.
NJPW.
But one sleeper is definitely Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn on
Oh.
NXT Takeover.
Okay.
That was a sleeper right
I'm actually going through slowly going through every takeover
there.
because last year when I got back into WWE, I would want to say wrestling yet because
Yeah.
I've only been watching WWE anyway, speaking of which, I have a AEW live event soon. They're in
Yeah.
town, so I'm gonna watch. Um,
Ooh.
yeah. So when I heard about Peacock having WWE, I jumped straight on it. I was like, perfect. I get to watch all the classic matches, and if I
Hmm.
really want to learn, because I was impressed by Finn Balor and Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
like when I first started watching again, and the first thing I did was literally go through like
Hmm.
some of their matches, and then the SummerSlam match between those two for the Universal Championship. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, last year's takeover, I've been a fan of Walter slash Gunter since, you know,
I am never gonna say Gunther.
I like Walter more honestly,
Yeah.
and I will keep referring to him as that. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, I really enjoyed his match for Takeover 36, I believe,
Hmm.
was so good that I was just like an instant fan. On,
So is that the one that he was facing Ilya Dragunov?
yeah, for the UK Championship.
That is, in my opinion, the best match in WWE history.
Yeah, they're so brutal. It was straight up physical, and you can see it in Dragonov's chest. And I'm
Hmm.
just like, damn, they went all out. What sucks is that I didn't get to see the Swiss man Cesaro fight
Yeah.
have a match against Walter.
Where's he at now? I know he
He
left.
he
What is?
left, but I think he's just focusing on his own. Maybe
Yeah.
shows up in
He's already.
AEW soon. Maybe.
Yeah, he's already 40, so he's
Yeah,
getting.
he's probably focused on taking care of his family as well.
Yeah.
Next match to that is where is it? The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios.
Hold
I
on.
am
I
actually
thought it was
surprised.
Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin.
Was it that one? I honestly don't remember the lineup anymore.
Yeah.
Even
I have
after
it right here.
watching.
But yeah, it was
Okay,
Drew McIntyre on Happy
okay,
Corbin.
let's do that one. That one I actually like because I like uh, both athletes. I
Yeah.
like Happy Corbin because I love End of Days.
Hmm.
In my opinion, it's one of the most I don't want to say most unique, but definitely unique finisher in WWE.
Yeah.
It's not like a super kick. It's not a power bomb. You know, it's I want to say the rock bottom, but with more flair. You know.
I will say that not just Happy Corbin, but Baron Corbin in general,
Hmm.
this was one of his better matches in recent years.
Yeah.
Usually people can easily get bored of a Baron slash Happy Corbin match, but this was his good match, and a lot of it attests to like the character that he plays
Hmm.
and who he accompanies with himself, aka Madcap. But so far, I like the Happy Corbin character.
I liked
I
it too. It's definitely better than King Corbin, where he was
Yeah,
just an asshole. This one,
no, King Corbin was probably a low point of his
I
career.
be- that's saying, especially with the gimmick that he got after, in
Yeah,
between the two gimmicks. But
yeah.
yeah,
But personally, this was a more hard hitting match,
hmm hmm
and the
two
one
big men.
takeaway that comes from this match is Drew McIntyre finally kicking out of, well, not finally, a wrestler. Actually, oh, sorry, I can't say wrestler.
Yeah, you're
Super
fired.
superstar finally kicked out
Star.
at the end of days.
Yeah, I that one. One thing is for sure. The reason why I love End of Days is that I found
Mhm.
out recently that on a, it was a very well protected streak that
Mhm.
Corbin had for the longest time, and Corbin has been there since like what, um,
16.
yeah. So that's a long streak, and that's a great streak, you know.
And not many people even knew that no one ever kicked out of the end of days.
Oh,
Heck, I didn't.
I didn't even know until like that week of,
Yeah.
where I saw a video on Facebook where he was talking about he would rather have he would rather have his end of days protected so well that no one has kicked before,
Yeah.
rather than have uh, a championship run. So I
Yeah.
was like, that's true. I liked it. But yeah, Drew McIntyre definitely deserved the kick, the kick
Hmm.
out. Please put him back in the main event scene, please.
I
SummerSlam.
think I think it's gonna be within the next year. They're gonna push him,
Yeah,
uh,
that's
but
the
we'll see what
that's the
happens.
what was it? The chosen one again.
Yeah.
But yes, so McIntyre kicking out of End of Days, winning against Corbin and Moss, and swinging a sword and breaking the middle rope and the top rope was badass. Was
Badass.
badass. Did not
But I
expect it, but
was like,
definitely badass.
how did a sword? Okay, I understand how a sword cuts a rope, but how did it take out the turnbuckle?
Oh yeah, that's true. I noticed that
I was
too.
like, hold up. Okay.
It fell off a little bit afterwards.
Yeah. I was like, that's a little weird there, but okay.
Hey, you know what? It's McIntyre. He is the chosen one, so he has the power to destroy
I mean, it was
ropes.
stupendous.
Oh yeah. Okay, so here's the thing with going to a live event. What I did not expect, what I kind of did expect, but at the same time, I was kind of taken aback by it, was the
Hmm.
lack of commentary. You know,
Oh yeah.
you're literally just watching the match. You know, there's no background audio other than the fans. You literally
One thing,
the
one
only
thing that I tried during a live event was because I had at the time it was WWE Network. I had WWE Network on my phone, so I put it in my Bluetooth headset, and I would listen to the commentary on WWE Network. The problem was
it's delayed.
delay,
Yeah.
like a literal 20-second delay.
Damn. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be hard. I didn't even think about that. That was probably a good idea.
yeah,
But yeah, like no commentary. You know, it's just you just see the story as the guys fight.
yeah. But at the same time, you're drinking beer with your buds and you're just yelling. So commentary is not even needed anymore.
Oh, I made sure every match I have a brand new bottle of beer on hand. I was like, hell yeah. And
Yeah,
also, of course, I spent like fucking dollars on food. But that's me. I kind of regret that one. I did
yeah.
not. I overestimated the content of the meal that I bought. Anyway, moving on. Okay. This time I'm right. It is the logo the influencers, Miz
Yeah.
and Logan Paul versus the
Yes.
Mysterios. I
Go ahead.
was surprised by how good this match was.
So, Logan Paul did very well.
He did amazing.
Yeah.
Some say it's not better than Bad Bunny. I thought they were like equal. Like
Mhm.
they both showed, uh, uh, like determination, dedication to the craft.
The
You
thing
know,
is, like, obviously, Logan Paul is obviously more athletic than
that's
Bad Bunny.
true.
He was able to put on a better show than Bad Bunny. Also, people love Bad Bunny, but thing about Logan Paul, people love to hate
Yeah,
Logan,
and
especially my.
and speaking of loving to hate him, the three amigos, and to the
Hmm.
shimmy, to the frog splash,
Yep.
French kiss. My buddy thought it was too disrespectful. I thought it was perfect.
So if you want to draw heat, right, you come to Texas with the Three Amigos. Why? Eddie Guerrero's from Texas.
Yeah.
You
El
perform that
Paso.
move, and people don't like you. Like who the? If you go to someone and be like, "Do you like Logan Paul?" I can guarantee you, 99.9% of the people are gonna say, "I don't like Logan Paul."
I
He's
don't
just
want.
one of those characters. But for him to perform the Three Amigos, Eddie Guerrero, local Texas hero, you're
And
gonna draw heat from the fans.
the shimmy, and especially after Dominic tried to do it, you
Yeah.
know. So that one, I remember after watching it, after seeing him do the three amigos and the frog splash, I had a huge smile on my face. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I hate you so much, but god damn it, you are perfect in that spot. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But of course, uh, I'm kind of. I was actually thought that they're gonna give the win to the Mysterios, but after seeing the outcome, where the Miz betrayed Logan Paul,
Hmm.
that was if I ever, I don't know what has the bigger pop, him or that portion or Cody Rhodes, or maybe I don't know, or Pat McAfee's entrance in night two. I mean, of
I
course,
think
Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes still
Yeah,
had his pop, but we're gonna get more into that later
yeah.
anyway.
So I mean, it was still a big pop when the Miz
Yeah.
and hilariously enough, everyone was convinced that he's gonna turn face.
Yeah.
I thought it was pure Miz moment where he betrays his partner. I mean, he's done it plenty of times. And then the little promo that Logan did online made him sound like a face and made Logan a face. And after reading confirmation that Logan Paul signed with WWE to be a face. He
Yeah.
wanted to be a face against the Miz.
I don't
And
think the crowd would ever buy Logan Paul.
that
being a
is gonna be hard. He's gonna have to work on his craft completely.
Yeah.
So
Like,
we'll see. We'll see where Logan Paul ends up.
Now,
If
one thing about Miz being Miz is Miz typically when teamed up, he doesn't like being outshined.
Mhm.
That's why when he was with John Morrison, they were good friends, but John was always like
The
a
more
supporting
athletic.
character to the Miz.
Yeah,
And in
like
this case, Logan Paul was overshining Miz.
that's true.
And Miz being Miz, having that character, hell no. And he skull crushes Logan Paul.
That was beautiful. And like I said, the pop, everyone nearly blew
Yeah.
off the roof out of because of the skull crushing finale. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm surprised we didn't see them in Raw last night. Or
Yeah.
at least I missed it if they did, or if they did have like a small segment. They did have one for Miz and Mysterio, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I'm assuming the next one was the next one's Becky Lynch and Bianca, right?
Yeah, so let me start off with the entrances. Now, those are so like Vince McMahon has always been talking about this WrestleMania is gonna be stupendous.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
These two entrances are the definition of stupendous.
Mhm.
First, you had Becky Lynch come out in an SUV, and obviously she has the haircut going on because Bianca cut off her hair. But Becky's drip, the stuff that she was wearing, let me tell you right now, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they are the drip couple. They get the best clothing in WWE today. So yeah, Becky had a
agree.
grand entrance, and it was impressive. But then we move on to Bianca Belair's entrance, right? And I recognize this marching band. This is the Texas Southern University marching band.
Okay.
And it's one of the historically black colleges here in the Houston area because you got U of H, which is a
Yeah.
big school, and then you got TSU. And you know people don't like to cross over to TSU, but they don't understand that TSU is a really cool school. And the band was basically playing Bianca Belair's theme song, and I was like, "Huh, Bianca Belair's theme song is actually a really good marching band arrangement."
I
and
did
I was-
even. Oh my bad.
Yeah, I was feeling it because I used to be in marching band, and when Bianca comes out, she has this like grandeur to her.
Yeah.
She was able to make the moment feel like a big time moment, and that's
big-time
something that
feeling.
stars can't do. It's hard to transcend into that, and Bianca's doing it.
I would add to this. It took me a while to figure out that they were playing Bianca's team. Actually, it didn't even occur to me they were playing Bianca's team after. Like, I only realized it the day after. Well, I was
Yeah.
driving to my buddy's place so we can go to AT&T Stadium. As I was driving, I was like, "Oh, I see it now. This is That was Bianca's. Of course, it's her." I thought they were just like building up to Bianca's team song. Not
Yeah.
really playing her team. So I was really surprised. Amazing job. I was just being dumb. Okay, so here's what I didn't like being in a big stadium because of being a big stadium. Acoustics were bad. Everything
Yeah.
echoes. So, it's hard to like I'll talk about it later. But yes, moving on with the Raw Women's Championship. Uh, Great match. Great match.
Up to that point, match of the night. Up to that point.
Yes, yes, I agree. Like it truly. I remember back in SummerSlam, and a lot of WWE fans agreed to this. When when Bianca got squashed under 30 seconds, everyone was heated. Everyone hated it,
Yeah.
and the fact that Bianca had this amazing, start to finish storyline where she beat big time Bex on the grandest stage of them all for the Raw Women's Championship. It straight up made me feel happy for her. Like that's very satisfying, satisfied feeling towards someone where they finally accomplish something that they held for a little bit and then couldn't do anymore.
So something that not a lot of people talk about is so obviously Bianca Belair has like great athleticism
Yeah.
and she can project herself in the ring.
Hmm.
But something that Becky Lynch has that no other wrestler today can emulate, especially in the women's division. Minus Sasha. Sasha can do this too, but Becky masters it. Is her ring psychology.
Yeah.
She is able to bring you into the match, especially since she's turned heel. She is able to bring you into the match, bring you into the story of what's going on. And whether y'all know it or not, Bianca's heel tactics, Bianca's character, not Bianca, Becky's heel
They're
tactics
both
and Becky's
beasts.
character is actually making you cheer for Bianca.
Hmm.
And this in this certain rivalry, Bianca's Bianca's rise as a face completely radiates from the heels that she works with.
Hmm.
And then when she gets that radiation from the heels, she takes it to another level that makes her a face that people can love.
Here's my question for you. So
Hmm.
Becky, I mean not Becky. Now I got mixed up. Bianca is now back to back winners
Yes.
in WrestleMania. Towards to
Yeah.
the two of the four uh, horsewomen of
Yes.
WWE. What do you what do you think is next for her?
Do I think she's gonna face Charlotte or Bailey?
Unfortunately, Bailey got injured. It could have been a
Yeah.
great. I think they were gonna finish it up in Money in the Bank, and that would have been solid.
I think what makes sense is if the next WrestleMania were to come, they have no choice but to do Bianca Charlotte.
True. Or
Yeah.
Bailey.
Or Bailey, but I feel like what will really sell it, unless they can push Bailey to the moon in a year, um, I think Charlotte and Bianca can definitely be something
Okay.
that they can work with. Like Charlotte, who grew up very privileged, and then they could go with that storyline. Charlotte, the privileged person, was always a flair, and
Bianca,
he basically
having
belittles
to
Bianca, who
having
had
to
to go.
work all the way.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think that's a good storyline for next year's WrestleMania.
Possibly.
Um, Bailey, it really depends on the type of rivalry that they put her with Bailey.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
they could continue what they had before she got injured,
yeah,
which is bad because it was like not even on screen. It was during training. So
yeah.
and she missed WrestleMania twice now. Well, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
missed, but in terms of like matches. But yeah, it sucks for her. I Bailey's one of my favorites.
yeah.
Of course,
Who knows?
Becky.
We could get a renewed Bailey Sasha feud, but I feel like that's already been played too many
Yeah,
times.
I mean, but there nowadays there are a lot more talented female wrestler. Bailey versus Rhea probably be better than Rhea versus Charlotte or
Yeah,
something. Or Alexa. Alexa could come make a comeback. Be
as Alexa or Fiend Alexa.
Alexa. I'm kind of over with the whole Fiend Alexa because
Yeah,
it already played out. I mean, if she likes that kind of character, I'm fine. But the little video packages that they have was kind of a bit too much, like the supernatural stuff.
but
Um,
yeah. What you call it? Bianca versus Becky, solid match.
yes.
Really, really hard to follow up, But guess what? Someone actually did it, which is surprisingly the next match.
Yeah, and it was Becky's husband, the drip god himself, Mr. Seth Rollins. Seth!
That's
Freaking
freaking
Rollins! We gotta add this freaking now.
yeah.
Honestly, I like I've been a fan of Seth. He is, in my opinion, the top performer in WWE. You know, he can high fly. He's a hard hitter. You know, he's a very versatile character. And you know, of course, the dirt sheets, the rumors, all of the this and that of Cody. You know, that
So like
was
Seth was always the vocal one against AEW.
huh.
Seth has always been the vocal one
That's
against
true.
AEW.
He's the one who's like, yeah, blah blah blah, and he's like, what are they gonna do to me? Fire me? I'm the
Yeah.
top guy. But yeah,
Yeah, Seth has always viewed like AEW as a minor leagues, and like if you read his tweets, he always talks about it.
I saw one of his he appeared in a podcast or something. He had a little interview where he said, "Yeah, WWE is the big leagues. If you want to be famous, if you want to be a superstar, you go to WWE. You can go to other promotions, but if you want to play like compete with the big leagues, you go to WWE." And I
If
was
you
just
want
like,
a chance to submit your legacy, you go to
Yeah,
WWE.
exactly.
Like for instance, Kenny Omega in AEW, great wrestler, but it's going to be hard for him to cement his legacy because no one knows him.
I didn't even know about him till like later last year when my buddy brought him up, saying, "Hey, look at this guy. He likes video games. He's a nerd. He likes all this cool geeky shit." I was like, "Oh, cool. I've never heard of him."
To bring you up to speed, go watch
And
every
JP,
single Kenny Omega versus Okada match, and you'll know why Kenny Omega is one of the best.
I heard about Okada those matches. Yeah, I need to just like sit down one day and just like watch wrestling matches because apparently I missed a lot, and a lot and a lot.
And there's been some good stuff in the past 10 years, actually.
Yeah, I stopped 2000 early 2009.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit after WrestleMania when
I can
when I finished.
understand. I can understand why you stopped in '09 because that stretch from '07 all the way to 2013, because 2013 is when Daniel Bryan began. But '07 to 2013 was considered to me the worst of WWE.
Oh, really? Because for me, '07 was good. '08 WrestleMania '08 was fine.
Yeah.
Didn't DX come back together in '07, right? I like
DX got back together in '06.
Was it really '06? Wow, I guess I've been watching WWE for far
Yeah.
longer than I expected because every time I think about WWE, I always think of like 2007, 2008. I guess it's because I played the games and
Oh yeah.
how sports games
Yeah.
are.
'07 to like, well, I'll say 2012. '07 to 2012 was one of the worst years. But the reason why it started to pick up around 2012 was because of the CM Punk pipe bomb in 2011.
Yeah.
And then the rise of Daniel Bryan in 2013. And that actually put WWE back on the
A
map.
little bit back on the map.
Yeah.
I
And
would
this was
say.
also the beginning of the WWE network.
That's true. That's true. Fun fact about Daniel Bryan: I did not get his entire thing. I didn't understand why it was so over. uh, until I saw his performance in. I actually hated him for joining in Edge versus Roman from last year's Mania because I was like,
Yeah.
"Come on, it's a spear versus spear match, and you're just gonna come in." But after watching the behind the scenes, I appreciate that match more because all three
Yeah.
men had like a condition where it nearly prevented them from competing ever again.
But yeah, with Seth versus Cody,
Oh yeah, back to topic.
they. So when I said Bianca and Becky was hard to follow up, Seth and Cody did it.
I did not. I was surprised. I thought that match will be a little bit further down. I didn't even notice that it was like close to the end as well. And when they when I heard Seth's music, I was like, no way, here it is. I texted my buddy. He was like a couple of seats
Yeah.
down.
I
I
was
was
like,
like, here it is, here it is.
what's funny was I didn't think Cody was gonna come out. I really didn't. I thought it was
Ah,
gonna be Undertaker.
yeah, true. For me, it's either Taker, or some people even say Bray Wyatt. I mean,
Yeah.
much like Daniel Bryan, I did not see the appeal.
When the lights went out, that's when I was all like, all right, it's either Taker.
I mean,
Right.
he did say never.
Yeah.
So
To me, that was the indicator that I thought it was gonna be Taker.
yeah,
I was like, oh, what a tease. And then like right after Hall of Fame, they showed like a whole trailer for Seth Rollins. So I was like, ah, crap, it's gonna be Undertaker
yeah,
versus
that's
Seth.
true. That's true.
But
Yeah.
then out came someone else. From the bottom of the stage, out came the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, full on gimmick, song and all, from for is he still the EVP? No, right? Since he left.
No, he's done with. He's done with.
Former EVP, Executive Vice President
I mean,
of a rival company.
be real, AEW's EVP roles, I really didn't think were that real.
I've no idea. Like all I know is that all four of them
Yeah.
competed. So
Yeah.
their creative controls. I'm sure there were some clashing between
Yeah.
those.
And
But
it
yes,
just didn't. No. But yeah, Cody makes a
the roof blew out. I could not hear anything. I didn't even hear the music because all I heard were people yelling, screaming, shouting, all 9 yards.
And this is how you know that the majority of people that went to AT&T Stadium that night were legit wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Because they're cheering for Cody.
Yeah, yeah.
There was probably one person in that audience that were like, who the heck is Cody?
Me. Well, I know who Cody is, but I didn't think he will be that big, because last time I watched Cody was his run with the Legacy,
Yeah.
with Orton
Did
and
you watch
Ted
any of
DiBiase.
his? Have you watched any of his AEW stuff or his NJPW stuff?
So after Stardust, the only thing I saw was his match against Shaq.
Okay, got you. So basically, what happened is when Cody left WWE 6 years ago, he became the biggest thing in independent wrestling.
Okay.
And eventually, he made his way over to New Japan Pro Wrestling, joined the Bullet Club, and he became a bigger star because of the Bullet Club when he started teaming with the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and all them. And basically, Cody became a worldwide star after that. His stock grew tremendously. And then the pay-per-view, All In happened. All In was like the pay-per-view that changed everything. Cody produced All In. And we all know what happened with All In. All In became the basis of AEW.
Okay.
And then eventually Cody became the EVP of AEW under Tony Khan, along with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and eventually people like Chris Jericho joined in or stuff like that. But Cody was literally the reason. I would say this. I don't think Tony Khan was the main reason that WWE has a legit competitor right now. I would say that Cody Rhodes is a very, very concrete reason that AEW exists right now. He's a very concrete reason why WWE currently has a competitor right now.
Okay.
And the reason why this is big for Cody to jump to WWE and come out to that big pop was because of that.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. So like, I'm not, like I said, the only other time I saw him do anything was during his run with Stardust and feuding with Stephen Amell. I thought that was cool, but at the same, because I was a big fan of Stephen Amell at the time. With Arrow going up, but yeah, Cody Rhodes blowing up the stadium, and oh my god, I honestly didn't think the pop would get any louder after that.
Oh man,
After the match,
it was incredible. Like because like I have surround sound in the room that I was watching. I could hear it. I felt like I was in the stadium.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, dude, they are cheering for this man right now.
My buddy lost his voice
Yeah.
because of his appearance.
Hmm.
I bought an American Nightmare shirt. It's not gonna come in till May, but I still
Yeah.
bought it. I was like, hell yeah, that looks
Is it the one
badass.
where it's like a video game on it, or did you get the other American Nightmare shirt where it's like a bear up there?
I want to say bear. Let me see.
Okay,
Let me
yeah,
see.
I seen that one.
Uh,
I actually ordered the video game one.
let's see. Let's see. Oh,
I
it is
don't
the
know.
bear. Yeah, it is the bear. It is the bear.
Yeah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, that was a very solid match.
Indeed, it was. Indeed, it
WrestleMania
was.
worthy match. Like a lot of times when they have these big surprises, they'll have the big surprise, but the match won't pay off. Usually
Yeah,
the
it's
match
like a
is
squash.
pretty bad. Yeah. It's
Sometimes,
like,
yeah.
okay, the only good thing about that was the surprise.
Entrance.
But this one, the match itself was, in my honest opinion, I thought Bianca and Becky had match of the night, but
Even
Seth
I
and
gotta give
Cody
it to
had
them.
match
Yeah.
of the night.
When Cody did the bionic elbow,
Yeah.
everyone popped.
Yeah.
Everyone was screaming and yelling and cheering, and I was like, "Holy shit! That is his dad's move." And then, of course, he did the two. What was it? Crossroads,
He did about three
three or
crossroads.
four. One in the early. Then I was surprised. I thought it was a signature move when he did it at first. I was like, "No way! This match is over." And then Seth kicked
It
out.
became his finisher.
Yeah. Then the Cody. What was it? The cutter. Cody cutter. That was
Cody
cool.
could.
That
It
was
was like
cool.
basically like a springboard RKO. That's
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. I mean, still gotta time it perfectly and
Yeah.
such.
I'm
But
actually interested to see if they do a Cody Rhodes Randy Orton feud.
that'll be a legit feud. But at the moment, maybe they're gonna wait till RK Bro has split up
Oh yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
that would unless they team Cody with Seth, which is gonna be, I mean, it'll be badass. But at the same time, doesn't really need it. You know.
Yeah.
That'll be cool either way. But anyway, Cody Rhodes blowing up the stadium with his amazing performance and appearance to
Mm.
the E.
And Seth.
Oh, yeah, of course, it's Seth. I mean, Seth is Seth. Seth has, he's the top performer in my opinion. Not Roman Reigns. I mean, Roman Reigns when it comes to the entertainment purposes, but when it comes to the wrestling purposes, I give it to Seth.
All right. So this next match, I was actually kind of disappointed with.
I was too.
Then again, you're following up Cody and Seth, but I was legit disappointed with Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
But the build-up was good though.
The build-up was good.
It was just a match, in my opinion, the match felt super sloppy.
They weren't. I feel like a lot of botches happened. Charlotte and Ronda were just not able to communicate in the match.
In my opinion, Charlotte could not carry Ronda.
Yeah.
I would put that all on Ronda for not being able to keep up with Charlotte. Because Charlotte was, I mean, I've seen Charlotte's matches before, and they were all good. Except for natural selection. I still don't understand that move.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Ronda, she's not really a grappler, in my opinion. So her like doing ankle lock, the I think one of them was the arm bar.
Yeah.
It just felt out of place.
Also, I didn't really see a passion from Ronda, and I get it.
Yeah.
I believe I read the dirt sheets. Ronda was apparently really pissed that she wasn't the main event.
Yeah, and then she's trying to cover. Yeah, my baby needs some. I mean, fair excuse,
point,
but uh, just people paid to watch you. You had a good build, and you give us that.
Exactly. So yeah,
If here's my thing with Ronda, if she is really that determined and dedicated to the company, I would say she'll let them put her down to the low cards
Yeah.
and then just give her the Bianca Belair treatment, where she just work herself up. I feel like that
Believes
would
in the
work.
community, but I believe her stock is too high for that to even happen.
Either that or give her Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. Or
Have them
have her
dominate.
tag team with
Yeah,
Shane.
that's what I mean. Like, have
Yeah.
them dominate the tag division, the women's tag division.
Oh, I see. And that will actually bring relevancy to the tag team division because they've been wanting for that women's tag team division to actually have some kind of relevancy, but
Yeah,
they never had like a legit storyline going on with it.
no, no.
They released my Iconics. I love the Iconics.
I only saw them last year.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. Oh, but I did see like behind the scenes. They seem like fun people. I mean, like I said,
Oh yeah, their YouTube channels are pretty funny.
I watched them through Up Up Down Down. I also have merch from that. But
Oh,
yeah, Charlotte could not carry Ronda in that match whatsoever.
it
It
was
made
definitely
it made Charlotte look sloppy as well. Actually,
it was definitely a dud of a match. Yeah.
yeah. And
All
then
right.
final match, the KO
Matt.
show. Here's my problem with it. I mentioned it earlier. The acoustics of the stadium made everything echoey. I could not understand whatever they're saying. Plus the fact that the crowd started doing what chants
Yeah.
before the show ever started. So it was really awkward sometimes.
So basically, what happened was KO was just trashing Texas.
Yeah, yeah. And
And he
then
talked about how he was a beautiful French Canadian, stuff like that.
and I would say uh I want just because he's Stone Cold. I still gotta give. In my opinion, Cody's return still had a
Mhm.
bigger pop
Yeah,
because everyone already knows that Stone Cold was gonna appear, so
yeah.
everyone's gonna cheer for that, obviously.
But no one knew that Stone Cold was actually going to have a match. Like, what I honestly,
It was on the dirt sheets, but
yeah,
no one's 100%.
yeah. What I was understanding was they were going to do a KO show and then they were going to have a brawl. I didn't
Yeah,
think they were going to have a match.
they had a brawl outside
Yeah,
where the people are saying. I did not expect that suplex.
yeah. And Stone
And
Cold, he's like in his mid 50s, so
yeah,
like he's obviously gonna move a little stiffer and stuff like that. But I think Stone Cold did really well for his age.
I think he had
And
like some sort of padding inside his shirt to
yeah,
lessen the blow because
yeah.
he usually wrestles without a shirt,
Oh yeah,
and this one he didn't really. But he had the braces, so I'm fine with
yeah.
that. He still
So,
performed.
yeah. And then Kevin KO actually did really well at protecting Austin.
Oh yeah, I
Because
agree.
like with professional wrestlers, what's very important is that you protect your opponent.
Yeah, Rich
And
Holland, take notes.
yeah, protect your opponent. And KO actually protected Stone Cold very well
Very
while
very well.
selling it. And it's funny because KO actually came out Monday Night Raw and he admitted, "Hey, Stone Cold beat the hell out of me, so what?" But I think the match itself really, really sold the idea of the brawl.
Yeah,
And
and
it
plus it's
wasn't
a no
gonna.
holds barred.
Yeah, it was a no holds barred. It wasn't gonna be no wrestling classic or anything. It was gonna be what people grew up with Stone Cold matches. Stone Cold matches have always
Fights
been.
everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere in the arena. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Could be at the audience, the crowd section, or at
Yeah.
the ramp. You know, Stone
And
Cold will
then
beat your ass.
the brawl was awesome. Then oh wait, no, that happened at night too. But yeah, the brawl was
Ah,
awesome. And then
I definitely had
he
a beer. Like,
yeah, he gets a stunner, and then Austin celebrates with the beer bash. And
fun fact about the beer, I was really full because I think
yeah,
I during Charlotte Flair and Ronda, I was eating
mhm,
a ginormous cheesesteak, way too big for my. I was already full, but I don't know why I got another one.
yeah,
But I knew I need to like sober up a bit, because I was kind of tipsy at the time, even though it's just Miller Lite. I
rice.
was just like buzzing, tipsy, drank of water, and then he comes out. I can barely finish my beer because I was so bloated. I was so full. I was so sad, but at the same time, even though I cannot put in any more
Yeah.
items or drinks in my stomach, I still take a not I didn't finish the drink, but I still drank most of that beer in honor
So
of
what I,
Stone Cold.
yeah. So what I loved about night one was it sent people home happy.
Oh,
And
really
what's
happy.
the best way to send people home happy? By giving a giant stunner to Byron Sexton.
That was hilarious. I like his cell. Honestly, I like the only person I don't like the cell is McMahon. Ever
That
since back then,
would be night two.
yeah, that's in night two. But I'm gonna talk about like even then,
Yeah.
even in the Attitude Era, their initial encounters,
Hmm.
McMahon, Vinnie Mac still cannot sell
Yeah.
a stunner properly. Either he falls off
Yeah.
on Austin, or he just doesn't he just falls off. I just find it
This
hilarious.
time it actually looked like he broke his legs. That's what it looked
Oh
like.
yeah, it's like just Triple H showed up with a sledgehammer and just bashed his legs and crumbled apart. But
But yeah,
anyway, that's in
that was
night
night
two.
one.
Yeah,
It sent us home happy.
really happy. My buddy and I were happy. It actually made me want to buy a belt because
Yeah.
a lot of people there were wearing a belt, and even okay. So I've never been a big fan of the modern belts,
Hmm.
but seeing people wear those belts, I was
Yeah.
like, golly, I want one right now.
What?
Oh,
Dude, I think I have a belt.
oh,
No,
oh.
I don't. But what I also do have, ladies and gentlemen, that I am not selling on eBay is an autographed copy of Sting. But I'm not selling that.
Oh,
Yep,
nice.
it's an actual autograph.
From a convention or what?
Yeah, it was. I think it was the comic convention that we had here.
Oh, I was about to a few years ago. I think it was 2017, 2016.
Yeah.
No, 2018, 2018. My buddy took me to a convention, a Comic Con, down in
Yeah.
Corpus Christi, and I was in line for John Wesley Shipp, but right next to him was Booker T.
Hmm.
I was to this day I'm kind of kicking myself in the leg for not going up to Booker T
Yeah.
because
You'll
I,
you'll
I
always see Booker T at these conventions, especially in Houston.
yeah, and besides I work by his gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, night one really happy. Definitely want a belt. I've been looking. I don't want to buy one from eBay because it looks sketchy,
Yeah.
but they are just so expensive. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the modern belts, but seeing people wear them and walking around, I was like, maybe those belts aren't too bad. The blue one
Mm.
definitely doesn't look bad. Red Universal title, nah, I'm good without that.
So you enjoyed night one. What did you think about night two?
Night two, it was good. It was like an on and off sort of
Yeah.
good.
I
So
do like how night two started though.
yes, with the game, the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin,
Yeah.
Triple A. Okay, I forgot to talk about this. The pop when that music hit,
Hmm.
even I jumped up. I was like, "What? It's the King of Kings. It's the Cerebral Assassin. It's the motherfucking game."
And what was like really cool was like he actually brought his boots with him,
Yes, yes.
and he laid it on. Everyone already knew that. Everyone already knows that he retired.
It was a
So
good send off though.
yeah, this was like his.
Proper goodbye.
But like it wasn't really a goodbye. It was a goodbye to his in ring career
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
all of us know that it's over. We all understand
Oh
why
yeah,
it's over.
yeah. So sad, so sad.
But like we know that he's still gonna be with the business. Maybe
Oh yeah.
not in the high capacity that he
He's
used
just
to.
probably gonna be the continue running, producing some shows,
I
hiring
believe he's
talents.
going to be the executive vice president of talent and relations.
Yeah, because
Which
he has good
is where
eye.
he should be.
He has a
Yeah.
great eye on talent. Also, when he when he finally like the ovation that he
Yeah.
got made me tear up because I was like, God damn it, he deserved it.
Yeah.
That guy deserves everything.
I was actually a little scared for him at that moment when he came out because I was all like, if you go out to a crowd like that, your heart rate's gonna go up. So I was like, oh man, I hope he doesn't get too excited.
For me,
Yeah,
I've always got the idea that the idea that if he gets like a one massive bump, not
yeah.
much on the pumps, but if he got like a big bump and like moves the heart, what was it again?
He has
Pacemaker.
a defibrillator.
Oh, okay.
Defibrillator.
The defib, if it moves a little bit, that could be fatal for him.
Yeah.
Like, so I
I mean, from
that's how I understood it anyway.
what I understand is people with defibrillators can do moderate exercise. They just can't run
For a long.
like 7 miles per hour.
Okay. Oh well.
They can run. They can run at a moderate
Yeah.
pace. They just can't do a workout that's too intense.
Hmm.
So yeah, Triple H will still be able to work out. He just can't do something that requires a lot of energy.
Such as wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, and like as much as I wanted him to become the next person that'll take over Vince, for his health, I probably wouldn't suggest
I
that.
just give it to Steph.
Yeah,
She's a.
Steph
I mean, she can handle it, and
or
he
Nick Khan.
uh, definitely not Shane.
Oh yeah,
Shane had a bad rep, honestly.
I don't think Shane should ever be.
I mean, he's fine as a wrestler, I guess, but yeah, he can't really do much other than that. Anyway,
What was the first match?
the first match is the triple threat for the Raw Tag Team titles.
I actually like that match.
I missed majority of it because
Yeah.
I was in line for food. I was
So, like-
gonna go get food prior to the anthem, but as soon as the anthem ended, Triple H came out. So I was like, oh, I cannot miss this.
So with the triple threat tag match, there was actually a lot of good chemistry between the match
Oh, yeah.
between the competitors.
I love the Super
a lot of
RKO
good
Riddle
changes, some good flow going on, a lot of good uses of the RKO actually.
Mhm. I only saw
but
the last two with Ford and against Ford
Yeah,
and Gable.
but yeah, they definitely showed their strengths there. One thing that I love about Gable is he sells the moves.
Oh yeah, him and Ziggler have been my like when I first saw Gable, I did not think I would like Gable, but he's
Yeah.
just a shorter version of Kurt Angle, and I love Kurt Angle.
People actually love working with Gable because Gable can actually make them look really good. Also, Gable's actually really strong. But I guess like the highlight of the match was definitely the RKO's, but there was also the post match of what happened.
Oh yeah,
And-
2 time.
They've been I don't for some strange reason this whole WrestleMania they've been promoting Gable Steveson like crazy. So I think he's already gonna be pushed to the moon when it comes to him joining the main roster. And I was like, wait, so is he just gonna skip over NXT now?
It's funny because in the draft they drafted him to Raw,
Yeah.
and he never showed up until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I
And
found
it's
that
like-
hilarious.
Triple H actually made a point a couple of years ago that every WWE wrestler has to at least go through NXT. But I guess for this one, he's gonna be fast tracked through NXT, kind of like what AJ Styles was. AJ Styles was fast tracked.
I was gonna say, I mean, with Gable, it looks like they're gonna take advantage of the fact that he is a college wrestler, and 2-time NCAA champion.
To be honest, like I want to see Chad Gable and Gabe Stevenson's do an actual wrestling match.
Oh yeah, winner gets the name
Uh,
Gable.
Chad Gable is actually a legit wrestler, like
Oh,
a
yeah,
really.
yeah. I remember I read somewhere on Reddit during Royal Rumble, Ziggler and Gable had a mini wrestling match, like
Yeah,
an actual wrestling match.
yeah. Who won
And-
that exchange?
I don't know because the camera kept like switching because people were entering. So no, I want to say Gable won, No, Ziggy won. Yeah, Ziggler
Yeah.
won. But yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, everyone seems to forget that Ziggler actually has uh, college wrestling.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Amateur wrestling, right? Amateur wrestling experience. So that was
Um,
cool.
yeah, Dolph Ziggler as well. He had a really good amateur wrestling experience. Whenever people talk about who are the people in WWE that can legit kick your ass, people tend to forget Dolph Ziggler should be up there.
Yeah, Dolph, Gable, and top three from my head, of course, is of course Riddle. Got so much heat for
Brock
saying that.
Lesnar,
Definitely Brock. That's
Bobby
right.
Lashley.
Oh, Bobby Lashley was
Actually, I would say Bobby Lashley would be the most dangerous one, probably more dangerous than Brock,
Hey,
only because Bobby Lashley had more MMA fights and more
I was
wins.
about to say he was supposed to go to the army as well, so he probably got a little bit of military training as well.
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't want to say
So,
thanks to that armed robbery, but thanks to that armed robbery, we got Bobby Lashley.
oh yeah.
But
Thank you.
anyway, Stevenson versus Chad Gable, definitely a must watch. That would be
Yeah.
good. I one thing I would say about Gable, last thing I would say about Gable, uh,
Hmm.
Chad Gable, is that I love his rolling German suplex.
Oh yeah.
That every time he
He's
pulls
kind of
that
like Kurt.
off, huh?
The only other people that can pull that off was Kurt Angle and Benoit.
Yeah, those it looks too picture perfect, in my opinion.
So speaking of Bobby Lashley, our next match is Bobby Lashley Omos.
I'm,
I thought.
I was rooting for Lashley because he was out since Elimination Chamber, lost his title without even fighting.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I
My thing about Omos is there's not much you can do with him.
yeah, I mean, he's better than Kali, but yeah,
Yeah.
much like Kali, he can't really do much. I'm surprised about this roundhouse kick, but it was
And
only
like it's usually like this curse that the giant wrestlers have.
except for
And
Braun.
they had a giant wrestler that was actually really good and they let him go.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Because Braun Strowman, he was more than just a giant guy.
He was an
He actually had
athletic.
a move set. People actually wanted to watch him, and he was very presentable on TV with Omos. You know, he's just a big guy, but that's it. Like his moves are so limited.
He
Braun
can't really
Strowman
talk either.
has a move set.
Yeah, the drop kick. After seeing the drop kick, I was like, holy,
Yeah,
this guy can jump. Though
yeah.
I would say if he had a better finisher, I would probably watch
Hmm.
him more. A running
Oh,
power slam was too generic in my opinion.
they could have changed it.
Yeah, like
But
I mean, I'm
Bobby
fine with the
Lashley,
slam.
I thought it was okay. I think the spear to the kidney was a good addition.
Yeah, I
Um,
was actually confused by that. He ran towards the back. I was like, wait, is he trying to do a
yeah,
spear?
yeah, he was. He
Yeah,
speared his kidney. Michael Cole called it too. He was like, he speared his kidney. I was like, all right, Cole, we get it.
I was just so confused. I was like, why did he run towards his back? But yeah, I mean, it just showed how powerful Lashley
Hmm.
is. Um,
Yeah.
it was
Short match, but I
short.
thought it was.
Yeah, it was not a squash, but it wasn't a full on match. It was still entertaining.
Now, what was definitely entertaining was next.
Uh,
Johnny Knoxville, Sami Zayn.
I don't think I stood up to grab a drink for this one because I didn't want to miss a single thing.
So usually, like when you see a match like this one, right? When you usually see like,
Yeah,
oh, Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. This is somewhere where you take a bathroom break,
it's a
right?
bathroom break. Yeah, exactly. Or go in line, grab a drink, grab more food, whatever. But you're not gonna watch it completely.
What we didn't know was it would actually end up being one of the best matches.
So for me, I wasn't really a Jackass fan growing up. So
Yeah.
I only know Steve-O, I only know Johnny Knoxville. Those are the only
Mhm.
two people I know from the crew.
Yeah.
And then of course Wee Man because fucking Brock Lesnar uh, power
Yeah.
slammed him on the table for no reason other than him peacocking against Brock
So
Lesnar.
I actually grew up on the show. I watched all the Jackass movies, and I was getting every reference that came out.
I did see the hand. I saw that hand before in like a short video
This is for all you old school Attitude Era fans, but
There
that
we
is
go.
totally the hand from Mark Henry and Mae Young.
Oh, see, I saw that and I was just like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Because he even tweeted about it of that same thing, like Mark Henry and Mae Young. I was like, I have to have missed something. Was this in like a like sometime? Because I only know Mark Henry from Ruthless Aggression when he came back, beat the shit
So
out of
in the early
Batista. Yeah.
2000s, late 90s, there was a storyline going around that Mark Henry started a relationship with Mae Young, and Mark Henry got Mae Young pregnant, and they gave birth to a hand.
No way.
Yeah, that was the storyline. So for
Oh,
those of you
it's
that have never
this
watched
Mae
it,
Young.
YouTube it. Yep, YouTube it.
I remember her getting RKO'd, but that's it.
Yeah.
But
There was
that's
a lot of things with
hilarious.
Mae Young. You could actually search up Mae Young, Bubba Ray Dudley. That was a big moment in professional wrestling history.
Okay.
Um,
Oh wait,
yeah,
was she that old lady who would randomly show up in the backstage? I don't know if you would remember it randomly.
he would show up with the fabulous Moolah, but we don't talk about Moolah
Okay, yeah, good. Okay, good.
for
All right,
obvious reasons.
all right. Continuing on with Sammy versus Knoxville. Like you said, it was a bathroom break, but damn it, this was too entertaining not to watch. From
Yeah.
from the mousetrap table
Mhm.
all the way to the big ass mousetrap. Complete entertainment.
Cameos from
Oh
Wee Man,
yeah,
Chris Pontius.
Wee Man power slamming Sammy.
That was a big moment.
I'm gonna tell my kids that's Hulk Hogan
What's funny
power
was
slamming Andre the Giant.
what's funny was like people can say that Wee Man body slamming Sammy was homage to Hulk Hogan Andre. Honestly, it was homage to Brock Lesnar slamming Wee Man.
Oh, most likely. I agree with that one. I agree with that one.
Oh yeah.
For peacocking against Brock Lesnar, just throw stuff money. I remember he was telling that story in Pat McAfee show, and I was just like, really? No, they didn't have any interaction. They didn't spoke a word to each other. It was just Wee Man peacocking, and Brock just lifted him and slamming him on the table, breaking it in the process.
Now I will say when Sammy kicked Wee Man in the face with the haluva kick, I was like, damn.
I'm sure they were like, all right, we want this as real as possible, but
Yeah.
I mean, they probably had the pain endurance at this point.
Yeah. To them it's probably like nothing.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, this probably it tickles for them. Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville actually sold the moves well.
Oh yeah. I was.
Because
He made
Sami
it
Zayn is a
look.
world-class performer. Because Sami Zayn is actually one of the best performers.
He's gonna get a huge push after this for sure. I would say.
Yeah, he has to, but it has to be a heel.
Oh yeah. I would say, I hope they bring back his old team because it's so
Yeah.
much better, so much catchier, but does not currently line up with his gimmick.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the match. I thought everyone that took part in the match did well. I like Pat McAfee's commentary because obviously Pat McAfee grew up as a Jackass fan. You could tell by his commentary.
I did not watch any. Oh, well, I didn't hear anything. That's why.
Yeah. He made a lot of references, and I was like, "All right, cool. I like this." One of my favorite matches of the night was Johnny Knoxville versus.
I mean, with
And
the,
I say that, but it was.
honestly, with the lineup of night 2, you know, kind of
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so this is where. Okay, I guess the next one is Sasha Banks
Hmm.
and Naomi.
Yep.
Winning the tag titles. I love the entrances. I love Naomi and Sasha's entrance with the car
Yeah.
and the glow. I love it. What I'm surprised was I feel like Liv did actually like got injured, like
Yeah.
minor injury, because towards like the end of the match, you don't see Natalia, you don't see Shayna, you don't see
They've
Rhea
been
or
trying to
Liv.
push Liv for a long time, and
She
no one
doesn't-
figured.
she's just a pretty face. She
Yeah,
has
but
some good moves, but it's obvious that it's choreographed.
people haven't figured out why Liv hasn't gotten over. My personal reason why I think Liv hasn't gotten over was because she has a terrible theme song music.
That's one for sure. Another one I would say is that her promos aren't
Yeah.
too special, I guess.
Yeah. They need to create some kind of character for Liv. Like they tried to do the lesbian character with her and Lana, but that just didn't work
I'm
out.
pretty sure they brought that back with Rhea.
Yeah. So it's like, well, let's see. We got to create something with Liv, but they can't. Natalia, honestly, at this point, is an enhancement talent. Because
Yeah.
every time someone works with Natalia, it's usually to make the other wrestler better.
Which-
Shayna did okay. She wasn't the beast that she used to be,
Oh yeah,
but
I
I think the
remember
teams.
hating her when I first saw her. I was like, why is
Oh,
she?
yeah.
She's gotta beat my man. But yeah,
But yeah, I felt like the tag team match was okay. Now the teams did have good chemistry with each other.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There was some high spots. There was like a moment where all of them were on the ground, and
Vega doing a backflip, a moonsault off the ring. That was great.
yeah,
But like
there-
you said,
there's some high spots.
yeah, like you said, I mean, the only thing it did was break Sasha's losing streak in Mania.
Oh yeah, which I'm very sad. I mean, I'm happy about.
I'm
It's like,
happy, but at the same time, I want a new
Sasha
streak.
has her WrestleMania moment.
Yeah,
Now this next match, though, oh man,
it was long.
I was disappointed.
It was long, and I
Yeah.
really thought it will be the match of the night.
A lot of people thought this was gonna be match of the weekend.
Yeah, but I guess it's hold up.
Mhm.
Ugh, sneezing. I think it's because it's just a start. You know, it's a setup. I mean, even though it kind of dragged out, there were still some like good spots. It was just
Yeah.
like too long.
There was
Longer
good
than it should have
spots. But to me, it's just like
been. Slow and long.
we saw Seth versus Edge, which was good, right? So
Top
we're like,
tier.
all right, cool. If Seth and Edge was really good, then Edge and AJ is good because AJ makes anyone look good.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't live up to it. And I would probably blame this on whoever booked the match, whoever was the producer of the match,
They
and
probably
told.
was like trying to set up the new faction.
I
if-
think
if-
it was.
If it weren't for the faction,
Yeah,
it would have been a banger as well. But
I was
like,
like, "Ooh."
yeah,
I think Michael Hayes produced this match. It had Michael Hayes all over it. They're like, let's go for a
I
slow.
mean, yeah, it was slow. It was longer than it should have been. And then there's Damian Priest. I liked Damian Priest after 37. Then he won the U.S. title and got a gimmick change. And I just found him to be the most boring character I've ever seen
Yeah,
of modern WWE. I was so
I've-
upset about that.
I can't really be sold on Damian Priest, but I think his alliance with Edge,
Should put him over even more.
it should. And there's a rumor that this is not gonna be a tag team. This is gonna be a stable.
Yeah, stable.
And
Some
then-
say it might. The third person might be Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, that's what some are saying. It's gonna be Rhea. Usually characters with a darker background. Rhea's one of them.
I was about to say, give it to Liv. She definitely
Yeah.
needs the help more than
Yeah.
Rhea.
Edge is on SmackDown, right?
No, because Damian Priest is in Raw.
Okay, so Edge is on Raw.
Yeah.
So, like,
oh
they
yeah,
have
he was drafted in Raw too.
Yeah, they have a lot of chances that they could probably go with Cody.
So here's the thing. For me, AJ fought
Mhm.
Edge. Weeks
Yeah.
prior, Balor fought Damian.
Oh, they could get Balor. Balor needs something to do.
I was about to say
Mhm.
they could have the Bullet Club form in WWE,
Yeah.
and go against this faction / stable.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know, yeah. Of course, that would mean
They're gonna call themselves the Club.
yeah, and that would mean Cody has to be in the faction. But would that really help Cody? It will give Balor something to do. You know, other than
Is AJ on Raw also?
Yes, yes.
So here's an interesting fact. Raw has 2 former Bullet Club leaders.
Balor and oh wait,
3.
oh yeah, Balor, AJ, and Cody, right?
Yeah.
So they could go for the Bullet Club versus whatever the new
Mm-hmm.
brood, as people would say it, the new brood of darkness. I don't know.
If they
Um,
only kept Adam Cole, but they didn't.
yeah, he's better off. I honestly have never been a fan of Adam Cole. I like his
Mhm.
moves, but it's super kicks and knee slaps.
You didn't like his 5-star matches that he's had.
I do
With-
like the I do like his entrance. I thought his entrance was like one of the most unique entrance
Yeah.
where he actually can get over with the crowd easily.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of getting over, this one did not get over.
No, it was. I heard it was. So from the Twitter feeds and from just looking at it from like a home viewpoint, y'all at AT&T Stadium were dead. What was going on?
I Oh, okay. So this is the point I kind of missed because of that point. This is the
Yeah.
time I went to grab my merch.
Yeah.
So I missed I missed majority of the match. I came
Mhm.
back and then all of a sudden I see Damian Priest standing on the side. I was like, "What did I miss?" I like by the time he showed up, that's the time I got back to my seat.
You know what they should have done was they should have put Edge and AJ right after Johnny Knoxville, Sami Zayn. I felt like y'all would have been a little more hot after that.
Yeah, yeah. Still riding off the high from that match.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, after that one, we still have it pretty down low because it ended up being a squash match
yeah.
with, I want to call them the Fight Club, but I guess they don't want to be called the Fight Club with the Bullet Club, but that would be
Yeah.
cool. You know, in Survivor Series, the Fight Club versus the Bullet Club.
Well, let's see. Let's see if this actually happens. I think WWE has a lot to play with, especially when you got 3 former Bullet Club leaders
Yeah.
at disposal.
And the other club would be the Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus the New Day.
So this was actually a squash match.
Straight up squash.
Yeah.
I love that
I'm
they
seeing-
used the East attire.
1
though.
minute 40 seconds is how long this match was.
I was so upset. Then Butch, aka Pete Dunne, is like trying to trying to kill the New Day for some reason.
So they changed Pete Dunne's name. Oh, this is stupid.
Yeah, Sheamus was like, yeah, everyone knows him as a of course referencing to Pete Dunne, but Ridge and I, we know him way back. We know him as Butch. I was like,
That's
at least
First
they
they
didn't. Yeah, I was
First
like,
they changed Walter's name and now Pete Dunne.
I was like, at least they didn't say his real name is actually Butch. They just
Yeah.
said they knew him as Butch. And it's funny because apparently Pat was talking about this in his show. He was like, yeah, he comes out as Butch, and I'm like, who? I know that guy. I worked
Yeah.
with him before. I was like, that's hilarious. At least he referenced that when they were in the NXT fucking fighting the Undisputed Era, which I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Great feud. I actually watched that feud beginning to end.
You saw the War Games match with them.
Oh yeah. Actually, the very first War Games match was the Black and Gold versus 2.0.
Oh yeah.
That one's good. That's when I was like, okay, I gotta watch the other War Games, and that was
Yeah.
one of them.
I think my favorite War Games moment will always be when Tommaso Ciampa air raided Adam Cole off the top of the cage. That will always be a favorite of mine.
I need to see which one. I'm gonna look that up later.
I forgot which one it was, but Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa were definitely team captains. And one of the reasons, I don't know if they're going to show this on Peacock, but one of the reasons why it was a big moment was because after it was done, they panned to the crowd to Britt Baker, who's married to Adam Cole.
Oh, I thought that was
And
still
it
girlfriend boyfriend thing.
Yeah, boyfriend, something like that. But they pan to her, and she shows a shocked face. But one of the reasons why I thought that was a cool thing was because at the time, still at the time actually, Britt Baker was under contract with AEW.
Oh, so that was really recent then, or
Yeah.
by like within
It was
the
like-
year then.
2019.
Wow, never mind then. I thought Britt Baker.
Oh no, Britt Baker has been like one of the originals of AEW.
Really? I thought she moved there early 21, late 2020.
Oh no, Britt Baker's been there for a while.
Okay. Okay.
He's one of the AEW Women Originals.
Okay. All right. And up next, after the squash match, we
God.
got the top, in my opinion, match of the night, because
Hmm.
night two isn't really hard to follow. I mean, night one was really hard to follow. Um, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
I like this match. I thought.
I I like I said, I like the for the brand
Mhm.
versus undisputed era war games. I've seen
Yeah.
how Pat worked. The fact that Vinnie Mac gave him a chance to have his WrestleMania moment within a year of being part of the main roster is mind blowing. But then again, Austin Theory has been there less.
So
Um,
kind of like Logan Paul. Austin Theory is that one heel that you love to hate, and
hmm
he knows that.
and he's definitely one of the future stars of WWE.
Also, Austin Theory can sell.
Oh yeah, that superplex.
Yeah.
That was like, I mean, of course it's painful,
Hmm.
but to them to sell it, for him to sell it like that was great. Like you can
And
act,
people like Brock Lesnar don't usually like working with smaller wrestlers.
yeah.
He loved working with Theory
Oh yeah. Oh
because he
yeah,
knew
because of Elimination Chamber. Oh my god, that was
that
great.
he loved working with Theory. But Theory can sell, and because he can sell, Pat McAfee, he isn't in the ring often, but he trains his ass off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like if you're gonna be someone that doesn't wrestle at all, and you need someone to make you look good, Austin Theory is one of those people.
And during the video packages, and I remember hearing him say that, talking to Brock, he has his own ring in his
Yeah,
barn,
he
and
does.
he's under training too. Like he doesn't really perform,
Mhm.
but he's trained under the wrestling style. So I
So
thought
some
that
of
was really cool.
one of the highlights that I saw from Pat McAfee was his leap to the top rope into a
Yes,
superflex. I thought that
yes.
was
I was really that was really the backflip then to the
cool.
jump up
Yeah.
was cool, but I was really upset he didn't hit the swanton, because I feel like it's a. I mean, oh, of
Mhm.
course, everyone loves Jeff Hardy. I'm sure Pat
Yeah.
does as well. I'm sure that was him saying, "Here's my homage tribute to one of the greats."
Hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like if he hits that, it's a big slap in
What
Jeff's
Pat
face or
what
something.
Pat reminds me of is like like when you're a child and you want to be a wrestler,
Yeah.
and then you just imagine yourself like being in a ring. That's what it felt like with Pat. Pat was just having a really good time out there.
I also remember hearing him say, like, after he walked out, the first thing that came into his mind was like, "What do I do with my hands?" I was like, and then he played the clip, and I
Yeah.
noticed he wasn't sure what to do with his hands, so he just did this. I was like, okay, yep, he had no idea what to do with his hands. That was just awkward for him,
Yeah.
probably.
Really good match, and
The
even like the post match that happened with
the
Mr.
follow
McMahon,
up, yeah.
I thought that was entertaining too.
You know what?
You know
The
what?
man is 76.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. You know, the
I thought
the
that was
the punt
entertaining.
of the football to McAfee was a. I mean, it was like awkwardly done because
Hmm.
he didn't really kick it that hard, but
Yeah,
Pat sold it like a champ, like it
yeah.
actually hurt.
Just watching Pat trying to sell Mr. McMahon's moves, I was like, oh, he's really trying.
But I mean, McMahon though,
Hmm.
it's pretty
He
big
moved
for us.
for a 76-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember everyone in the crowd was like on their seats because he took off his jacket, right? Like
Hmm.
just like he was just showing off in his big ass
Yeah.
pit stain, and then he put it back and started walk off, and then he took it off and he started taking everything off. That's when
Mhm.
the crowd goes off. Even this is one thing I love about the WWE crowd. Even
Mhm.
though a lot of the fans, talk mad shit about Vince McMahon's
Yeah.
decision booking and such, everyone was cheering for him was singing along to his song. I was singing to his theme song, "No Chance in Hell." That was
Yeah.
still. I wanted his "I Am an Asshole" shirt. Too bad
Mhm.
my my bank is um not gonna be happy. When I actually bought this, my bank had to contact me saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
did you actually use your card to buy off here?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that was me. Don't worry, that was me. I did buy that. No
Yeah.
shame."
It's all good. It's all good
Yeah,
in the name of WrestleMania.
yeah.
WrestleMania.
I bought two shirts. Like I said, I got this and the one with everyone on it.
Yeah. And
Uh,
especially it was your first live event,
hmm
dude.
I wish I
But
could buy more shirts,
yeah.
but the lines were long. I didn't see the size I wanted, so I was just like, I'll buy it online. It's probably gonna be the same. And
Just buy it in about 3 months. It's all gonna be 50% off in 3 months.
yeah, that's what my buddy said. I should have waited with the American Nightmare shirt because that's not gonna come out till like a month. But
Well, I think American Nightmare shirts are gonna be hot for a while.
oh yeah, that's true. Uh, Another one I bought was the God mode.
Mm-hmm.
Greatness on a different level. I've always loved that shirt. That looked badass. Um,
Almost today, actually. Almost did.
Following up to the Vince McMahon,
His
uh,
stunner.
it was a stunner, and boy was it a stunner because if you think Cody's pop in night one was big,
Mm-hmm.
Austin's pop in night two was huge. Like as soon as that glass breaks,
Yeah.
because everyone only thought he would show up in night one for the
So
KO
did you
show.
notice that they obviously knew Stone Cold was coming out, right? So like they were waiting for the cue of the glass to break.
I thought about Vince McMahon reacting to yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he reacts. So I don't know, but the guys in the truck, they accidentally played Theory's music first. And then Vince reacts to it. And he's like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to react to this.
yeah.
And
I
then,
saw that. I was like, oh, someone's coming out. That was the first thing that came into my mind
yeah,
because Vince McMahon saw that
I was like,
was
some
too.
truck's getting fired.
Either they meant to play Austin Theory's music and
Yeah.
Vinnie Mac just forgot that it wasn't that time yet.
You know what I think happened? This is what I think happened, right? Because you have Austin Theory and you have Stone Cold Steve Austin, right?
Hmm.
What do you think they named the MP3 tracks?
Austin,
Yeah.
Austin theme.
I think that's what happened, and they played the wrong Austin track.
Hmm. So, Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin is now walking down the ring. The crowd
Hmm.
goes wild. I'm going wild because, like I said, I was only expecting only one night of the Stunner, and
Yeah.
boy, he came out there marching down, and then you know
Hmm.
fought, brawled with Theory, gave him a huge Stunner, sold it
Yeah.
well, and then was drinking beer with McMahon, and of course, McMahon learned from the past. Well, not really.
Yeah.
Uh, Decided to drink beer with Stony, you know,
Hmm.
and my golly, and this wow, they actually gave this a D. I thought that segment was great. It made us feel happy. Um, Stone Cold drinking beer with Pat and then stunning him, and then you just see.
Oh, that stunner really good because
Oh,
like
I
fountain the beer.
I've always loved those kinds of selling. Well, like Shane McMahon's Stone Cold Cell, the Stunner
Hmm.
Cell, where he drank beer, and then
Yeah.
as soon as he got stunned, just a fountain. I thought that was like another picture perfect. McAfee Cell, another picture perfect. Him drinking while on the ground, picture perfect. That's definitely
Yeah.
a memeable picture right there. Um, yeah, of course, Stone Cold having fun in the ring, running around, laughing, catching beers left and right.
It
Only
was a
missed
feel
like
good
one or
moment.
two. Mm-hmm. Well,
And
they needed it.
yeah, they needed it because they were setting up for the
Main
biggest
event,
match of WrestleMania history.
the greatest match, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
That's what they said.
Uh, Winner take all
So this is my
championship
take on
unification match.
This is my take on this match. I feel like this match could have been more, but they had to cut it short for obvious reasons.
I'd say because Roman got injured.
Yeah, like I felt like, well, first of all, it was anticlimactic. We all know that.
Yeah.
But like, Roman got injured, and it honestly cut the match short. I thought the match was gonna go maybe like 8 more minutes.
I thought so too. I thought there will be.
It seemed like they were trying to build towards something.
Yeah, when they cut it too short, I was like, all right, here's the point. Rock will show up to congratulate him or sends a message to him. You know, he doesn't even have to say a word. He just shows up and be like, have a stare down. Nope, nothing. Okay. That
Honestly,
was a
like,
short match.
I think the match would have been good had they given it more time. It would have been probably one of their best matches that they've had.
If Reigns didn't get injured from the Kimura lock, I agree. But
and
I mean,
like
they still finished. That's at least they decided to finish.
And with the winner, like I said, I didn't think Brock was gonna win anyways. I thought the right person to win was Roman.
Yeah, I agree. It was like we both said, it was just too short of a match. It gave us it literally. They walked out by 10:30. The match starts, and then by 10:44, 10:45, the match ends. I was like,
yeah, what? And like I think the ref called the audible on that.
Yeah,
one. I think the ref said, "Hey, he's legit injured. We can't."
And you can see some videos where, where Brock was actually checking up on Roman by squeezing the back of his neck. Hey, are you good? Then they cut away, and then when they went back, you see. I mean, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell that Roman said something to Brock to call the audible.
Yeah. So it could have been a great match, but
I feel like they might go one more if they aren't satisfied with that.
I don't think the WWE universe is gonna want that anymore.
No, everyone hates it. But I feel like that's true.
If they do it, I don't think they should do it at Mania. I think they're done.
I was about to say, if they're gonna do it one more time, it should be at Backlash. One final showdown, then have, in my opinion, have Brock take the 24/7 title with him to Canada, and have Truth and Torizawa try to win it over from him. I feel like that. I mean, with his new current gimmick, I feel like that'll be instant.
The Madman from Saskatchewan.
Yeah, whatever the place I cannot say it. But yeah, night 2. I was definitely entertained.
Yeah.
I would say that night 1 was for the wrestlers, night 2 the wrestling fans, and night 2 was for the sports entertainment fans.
Yeah. And I think night 2 could have been more, but it's just like I said, they under-delivered. And what's funny was there was actually a dirt sheet that went out that the producer of night 2 actually ended up quitting.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah,
I mean it's a good way to cover themselves up too if it proven false. It does help out with mitigating some damages, but it's still under the WrestleMania flag, so they're gonna get heat from it. But yeah, most of them was from like most of the good stuff, the good chunk of wrestling matches were in night 1 with Bianca versus Becky, Seth versus Cody.
Yeah. If I were to look over WrestleMania as an overall score, out of a 10, I would actually give this a 7.9 to an 8. Yeah, around an 8 out of 10.
I give this an 8.5 because one, the crowd was really good. Of course, other than Edge versus AJ Styles, we don't really know what to do with that one. I wasn't watching. I was getting my merch. It was entertaining. I've seen WrestleMania 21 when I went back. I've seen 37. I've seen 35. I actually like 35.
Have you seen 30 and 31?
I've seen a little bit of 30, never seen 31.
So 31 is actually one of the best.
Wait. Is 31 where Seth versus Orton?
Yeah.
And 30 was the one with Daniel Bryan winning the titles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not watch. I've only seen some of Bryan's matches in 30.
Mhm.
I've seen the Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton in 31. I've seen
Yeah.
Triple H versus Sting. Kind of sad that it wasn't Taker.
Like if you watch 31, you're gonna see like a baby Seth Rollins and a baby Roman Reigns. They had really young
Oh yeah,
faces.
31 was the heist of the century
Yeah.
with the cash in of the Money in the Bank.
It's
That
funny
was a
because
big
if
one.
you watch it, it's like both of those dudes were in their mid 20s at that time.
Oh, I bet. And now look at where they at 36, 35,
They're,
mid 30s.
they're in their 30s now. I was
It's
like,
it's
oh.
it's actually funny because I'm looking at Sasha like,
Mhm.
and then they keep going back to like NXT days, and I'm just like, man,
Sasha used to be a baby, dude. She was like
super
19.
baby.
Yeah, she was like 20 at that time. Now
Yeah,
she's like,
she has a massive baby face. Not, and I
yeah.
don't mean roll.
Hmm.
Now it's the
Bailey
Sasha
too.
I know. Oh yeah, Bailey.
Hmm.
I the long hair and all, the hugger
Everyone was
gimmick.
Bailey.
Yeah, I actually
And not,
like her
not many people know this, but a young person back then was definitely Bray Wyatt.
that. I did not expect
Yeah,
because
Bray was young.
but that's because of he has a beard, and all beards make everyone look a little bit older.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed this WrestleMania. I thought night one was the best.
Oh yeah, definitely that WrestleMania feel.
Yeah, my favorite match obviously is Cody Seth.
Yep.
Just had it just had that big match feel to it, and a theme that's been going on with WWE is who is able to transcend. Cody transcended.
Yeah. So that's your night one match. What's your match of the night for night two? For me, it's the Pat versus Austin because
For me, it's Knoxville, Sami Zayn.
okay. I mean, you did mention that you grew up watching Jackass.
Yeah,
I enjoyed McAfee's commentary. One of the only reasons why I stayed tuned for SmackDown actually was
Yeah.
for Pat. The build for his feud was good too. Same with
it
Zayn.
was.
Same
Yeah.
with Zayn actually. The whole doxing, getting
Mhm.
doxed by Knoxville was great.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
And of course, Edge and AJ could have been more.
could have been more, but they're gonna start a new faction. So I'm interested who's gonna come up next.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
did you watch Stand and Deliver?
I caught some glimpses of it.
I was falling asleep. I only wanted to watch it because of Gunther versus LA
Yeah.
Knight.
Yeah.
I thought that was a straight up banger.
Actually, I need to tune into that match. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Don't tell me who won, but
I don't.
I got.
I honestly don't know because
Okay.
while I was watching, I fell asleep
Yeah,
because it was like I fell asleep like at 4 in the morning.
I was actually
that morning.
trying to watch Stand and Deliver before watching Night One, but I
Yeah.
was busy cooking.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, I was falling asleep. I missed the women's championship match.
Hmm.
I saw the only one I actually saw the finish of was the NXT championship match between
Yeah.
Braun and Ziggler. Other than that, I was upset because I did not
Mhm.
see Gunther. Actually,
Well, you could always watch it
on
with
the on the
Peacock.
cock, as
On the
Pat McAfee would say, and even now he got Randy Orton saying the cock.
Well, they can say it because they dropped the PG rating, so
Did they really? I mean,
I don't think it was official, but they've been motioning that they dropped the PG rating.
I'm fine with that because I tried to watch some of the older stuff and
Yeah.
it was really hard for them to feel badass under the
Mhm.
PG rating. It just felt weird.
Oh yeah, because like I don't know who wrote these scripts, but
All I remember
It-
was that John Cena buried Roman in one of their.
because like John Cena, like this was before PG, he would be like, "I'm about to beat your bitch ass."
Yeah.
But now, like, well, not now, but like during the PG era, it was like,
I'm just gonna beat your
I'm
ass.
I'm going to beat you because you are a coward. I'm like, who the hell writes these scripts?
Also, I want them to stop saying the word smash because thanks
Hmm.
to modern definition of smash, it sounds really sexual. I'm gonna smash Brock Lesnar. Okay, Roman.
Wait, did you watch that video where like it sounded like sexual innuendos from wrestlers over the years?
Oh yeah, I've seen some. The one I can remember from the top of my head was Brock calling
Yeah.
out Seth and like, "I'm gonna smash you, boy. I'm gonna smash you
My
real
favorite
good."
one
I was
was
like, "Oh, you
it was
can't say that."
it was WrestleMania X7, and Edge goes on top of a ladder, and then Lita grabs Edge and pulls him off. And then you could hear JR in the background, and there's Lita jerking Edge off on the ladder. And I was like, oh, that did not age well.
A lot
Because
of the
we
yeah.
all know what happened with Lita and Edge later.
Oh yeah,
But
everyone's still upset. Well, not anymore, but
yeah,
after
they're
after what happened to Lita, they kind of died
yeah,
down when CM Punk cheated on left her for AJ Lee. I heard about that.
yeah. But originally, what happened was actually Lita cheated on Matt Hardy
Yeah,
with Edge.
I remember I saw that one. I thought that was a great feud,
Yeah.
but Matt
Did you
kind
know
of
it's based on real life?
yeah. Well, then no,
Yeah.
but after learning about more about the behind the scenes stuff, which one of the main things I have Peacock at the moment was
Yeah.
wrestling and the behind the scenes because I've always, it's interesting. Was that Matt got screwed by Lita and Edge? I never knew that. I thought it was all kayfabe. I thought, you know,
It was a real thing.
nope.
Whole thing.
Matt blew up, and
Yep.
not in a good way. Edge did.
I mean, like, when I look at it now, yeah, they kind of screwed up. But also, Matt did not react to it professionally as
Oh
well.
yeah, no. Go into forums and
Yeah.
interviews and at least I mean they just doubled it down with Edge and
Yeah.
Lita at that point. But yeah, that's our recap for WrestleMania 38, both night 1 and night 2, and a little bit stand and deliver. I definitely need to watch that. Maybe tomorrow morning whenever I'm at work. Just listen in, not really watch. Hall of Fame, Taker, well deserved. Cried, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm
It
not
was
even
good.
gonna sugarcoat that. I did cry at
I
4 in
was,
the morning.
I actually cried during the Shad Gaspar.
Oh yeah, that was
That got
I honestly had to skip that one because it was too hard for me.
yeah. Like
Especially
when
when
JTG do the
the
handshake,
yeah.
with
Oh,
with that got me. I had to walk out. I was like, oh,
for me it was when the mom looked over to her kid and was like, "Your dad's here." I was like, "Okay, skip. I don't want to
yeah,
cry. I gotta save some tears for Taker.
yeah.
I can't. I gotta save some tears for Taker. I'm sorry, Chad
Mhm.
Gaspard. You're our hero, but I just gotta
Yeah.
skip it for Taker. I'm
Now
sorry. I did like
when
Crime Time though growing up.
the Steiners took the award, I was like, don't say
Yes.
stupid Scott. Don't say anything stupid, Scott.
And then he proceeded to saying something. It's still stupid, but
He behaved.
it's a well-mannered stupid.
Yeah.
Telling a
He,
story how Macho Man attracted a bunch of cows.
yeah. I thought he was gonna say something stupid about like the McMahon family or Triple H or something because he hates them.
Yeah,
Actually.
and it's funny because even his brother looked at him and was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "I know that look for." He's like, "Of course you know what that look for. Everyone knows what that look is for." But I feel like the reason why he's in the Hall of Fame now with his brother, one, Braun Breaker, his nephew, is getting the
Yeah.
push of his career. Two, I'm assuming the heart scare from Triple H
Yeah.
kind of probably had played a part into that one, where he either felt sorry or Triple H had a in a literal sense, change of heart.
Yeah.
So we can't really know for sure, but I like that little head cannon, that the heart scare from Trips cause Steiner to okay. They're just human beings.
Yeah.
They don't just like I can hate them for what they did, but I can't hate them for their family and such. So yeah, Taker, Rick. Definitely skipped Vader because I never really watched any Vader stuff growing up, so I don't really know who other than Shawn Michaels getting pissy at him during one of their matches. That's the only time I know about
Vader was actually really well known in the Japan circuit.
Okay.
That was
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I do like his mask though, like his in-ring attire. Definitely make him look interesting. Kind of reminds me of Mankind before Mankind.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, did you ever buy 2K22?
Yeah, I have it right now.
Oh, okay.
I got it on Steam a couple of days ago, and I actually enjoy it.
I like the GM mode. It's simplified, but it still works for me. I'm all about
it. The replayability of 2K22 is actually really good.
I might restart another GM mode actually.
One of the things that I had with like the past games was like the ladder matches were just too easy. This one they made the ladder match a little harder, but it's not like easy.
Just don't put 8-man tag title match for a ladder match.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get lost.
Oh no, I had bots play against one another.
Yeah.
And it never finished.
Oh.
You know how that little mini game where you have to get in between the two bars with the indicator?
Yeah.
By the time I finished, this was like 2 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I finished, like I finally decided to quit the game. I was falling asleep. It finished like at 4 a.m. It was at 2. They only got 2 of the bars filled.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is never gonna end.
Now, one thing that I noticed about 2K22 that they need to work on, I hope they patch this, is the bots.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that one.
Or the AI system, because it wasn't flowing well.
Yeah, my problem with them is like they knock someone. Mind you, all of the wrestlers in the match are all red. They should be just laying there.
Yeah.
But whenever someone let's say I had like RK Bro, Alpha Academy, Street Profits, and Seth and KO do that match.
Yeah.
Let's say Orton will be delivering the RKO to Montez Ford. He's red, and then all of a sudden he'll just look at him, do a taunt, and picks him up. I was like, dude, you could have just grabbed, or sometimes he'll grab the ladder in that process, set it up, and do a taunt, and someone will come and beat him up. I was like, dude, come on.
One thing that I also didn't like. Let's say that I get stunned and I'm out on the mat, and let's say it's a triple threat ladder match. Yeah. I'm stunned, I'm out on the mat, and then one wrestler climbs up. He's at the top of the ladder, and then there's another wrestler who's standing there who can see that this dude's on top of the ladder grabbing the belt, and he doesn't do anything.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, go get him.
That's another one. Or sometimes they'll knock off the ladder and they're still holding on, and nothing happens, and they're just looking at him. It's like, oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I think they need to address that in the next patch.
And I just hope they fix every character on the mat, because they look like they're having a seizure.
Oh yeah.
Every time they're on the floor, just laying there, it looks like they're having a panic attack, a seizure attack, whatever, epilepsy.
What do you have it on? Do you have it on PS4?
I have it on Steam.
Oh, you have it on Steam?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we should wrestle each other one day.
I don't know how to play it. I only play GM mode. I bought a $60 game for a $20 mode.
Oh, what the heck? You don't know how to actually wrestle in the game?
No, I haven't. I want to make a character, put it on GM mode, and just boost myself all the way to the top. But I don't even know how to make my own character. I just download characters.
That's interesting.
But yeah. Anyway, guys, it is 2 hours. Way above. Oh, well, not really. It's within the time range.
Usually a podcast is 2 hours. So.
Yeah. And I gotta use the bathroom. So, Mr. Del Sol, What did we talk about today?
Today we talked about WrestleMania. We talked about every match, depth by depth, match by match, what we thought about the match, etc., etc. What we thought about night one, what we thought about night two. And then, of course, we caught up because, me and you, we are old buddies, man.
Yeah, old buddies all the way back in the good old days of 2010, 2012, 2010.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, around that time. I honestly didn't know you were a wrestling fan until like a few years ago.
Yeah.
When you started posting it, I was like, hey, I'm a wrestling fan too. Well, growing up, not anymore, but then I found out two more of my buddies were wrestling fans. I was like, okay, maybe I'll give wrestling another chance because I got bored when Sheamus was coming up. So
What people don't know about me actually is I'm actually a wrestling encyclopedia.
see,
I know a lot of stuff, more than the average fan knows.
yeah.
And this spans like all the way to like the 80s.
Mine stopped like at the cusp of Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression. You know,
Oh yeah.
like the first match I saw was Triple H beating or Batista beating Triple H for the big gold. But yeah,
No,
so
I go back. I can even talk about like the original War Games, not the NXT ones, but the original.
the WCW stuff or
Yeah.
territorial ones.
Oh,
Anyway, there you go, guys. Mr. Del Sol, you have any social media you want to plug before we head out?
So guys, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on _DelSolG. That is
I'll
my
try to put it or there. Oh, there you go. I'll put it right there under here, most likely. If not, description.
yeah _DelSolG. You can also follow me live on Facebook Gaming. That is Del Sol Gaming.
All right.
And that's what Free Fire is all about. Plug it in, Free Fire.
Free Fire Arena. Is it Garena or Arena? I kept seeing one with G.
Garena.
Garena. Okay. Anyway, thank you, good sir. Thank you for joining me tonight for the reloaded episode of the GRP. After months of taking a break, we are back.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Yes, sir. A little heads up to the listeners and watchers. It'll be a different format this time. It'll be every 2 weeks because every week is such a hard thing to keep up with. But I don't know why I'm looking at the wrong camera. But yes, it'll be every 2 weeks. With different people, different topics, hopefully. And we'll see you next time on GRP.
Peace
Have a
out,
good
y'all. Take care.